Welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Tennessee Titans. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, caught at the 21. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
Now his third team in the last 3 years. You remember Denver to Pittsburgh and now here in New York. He showed flashes of the vintage rush throughout the year in 2024 with the Steelers. Now he's looking to sustain those flashes for his new team in the Big Apple.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Now it's Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Miami.
The #1 overall pick in April's draft. What an unlikely story to get to that spot. A 0-star recruit out of high school, University of Incarnate Word, to Washington State, to Miami, and he comes into the league as Division I's record holder for most passing touchdowns in a career with 158. The Tennessee franchise now revolves around him and his development.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
And his throw is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Ward. That's down the field for Jefferson. And this will be caught at the 30. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play there from Tennessee. 44 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. Ward. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. Get down.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On 4th down, on is the veteran, Joey Sly for the Titans field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. Sly able to put this one through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And that is incomplete. Roger McCreary, the man in the right spot to knock that away.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Start with Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Pollard again. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Gain of 6 makes it 3rd and 4.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Here's Ward. He completes this into the hands of Jefferson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Down to about the 45.
He hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 8. Now Ward. This one caught by Ridley. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. 3rd and 7 now.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The New York set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send him back to the drawing board.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Wilson. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. DK to return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. They toss it down to Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Ward from the down on 3rd down. It's caught inside the 25. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Throwing now, Ward. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. To throw is Ward. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw, here's Ward. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Cam Ward, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Giants now are going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. He'll find Smith-Marset complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Throwing is Wilson. Open target here, Darius Slayton. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
Now Wilson. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson.
Wilson's pass complete to Wardell Robinson. A gain of 3 brings up second down at the Titans' 44-yard line.
2nd and 6. Throwing again here, Wilson. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain of 32 that time.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime
All
is
right,
upon
Brandon,
us on
thanks
Thursday
much.
night prime
Scott
time,
Hansen,
and
good
we
to be
go
with
off
you
to
from the Orlando
And
EA
Scott
Sports
Hansen
Studios
for
with
our
an
halftime
abridged
report.
halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Still first down.
Ward now working out of the gun. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked out by Pearson and Debo. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Tracy going to get it on first down. And effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The rush rushing numbers for Wilson. Maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Now it's Tracy. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Giants take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. Scott, thank you very much. With the second half. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Moore. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
They go play action with Ward. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
Here on 1st down to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's a 2nd and 7. A short throw taken in by Conquet. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
They're going to empty the backfield here, so you know this ball's likely to come out quick. They let the 4 outside receivers run deep and just make a beeline across the formation. He's able to make the catch and turn it into good yardage and a first down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
Out of the gun, Ward. This complete to Lockett. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Ward. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
We've been at enough practices, and how many times have we stood on the sidelines and a unit goes out to kick a field goal and hear a special teams coach say, make sure you protect. First thing, protect. And here they give up a block.
Yeah, especially in a tight game like this, tied second half. This is when execution is so key.
They go over everything in the huddle. The last thing you're going to hear everywhere, make sure you protect. That didn't get done.
They'll start with a run by Tracy. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of loss. That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, given 3 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one as he just did there.
Back now in Nashville. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Ward off the play fake. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Ward. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Lockett, the motion man right. From the gun on 3rd down, Ward. Got a man. It's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Van Jefferson, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the 4th quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too. Because when you think about it, tie ball game, rookie quarterback, most of them are thinking, don't make a mistake. Instead, this young man just said, I'll make a play.
Slide for the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. That time a 6-play drive. And it was all capped off by the Van Jefferson touchdown reception. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Giants ready to come out now. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll hand it to Tracy. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Giants on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick out the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Catch made by Slayton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
But this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second, this is a 1-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a 1st down.
Once again, he finds Slayton. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Wilson to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Well, this crowd into it now 3rd and 2. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he will have a Giants first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
They gave him the option there on 3rd and short. Run or pass, you choose. And he decided to fling it out to the perimeter. And that was the right call as they pick up the first down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Forced out to his left. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Here's 1st and goal. Now Wilson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Wilson. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Gano now to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth, I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
If they do that. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's going to have a first down, but he's tackled inbounds up near midfield. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Ward. Cockrell holds it in left side. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. They'll come up now on second down. To throw is Ward. Middle of the field to Jefferson.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Titans first down.
Four quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
Joey slide to
So the first crack here in overtime goes to the New York Giants as we are back underway. Gets by him at the 25. And able to get this out to the 25. Now out come the Giants. Looking to put a drive together. Able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On the give, it's Tracy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
First down, Giants.
We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On the run is Tracy. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Right back to Tracy. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Wilson gets rid of it quickly. And he will have a Giants first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Quickly into the hands of Neighbors off the RPO. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. Short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone is at a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high-percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 17-yard line.
And the Giants' first down.
Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now remember, again, a touchdown wouldn't win it just yet, but it can give him a big leg up. It's second down. A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. Gano's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously a touchdown would win it. Now a first throw here in overtime. And oh my goodness, it's incomplete. If he hangs on to that, it's game over. Instead, we play on. They sort of got a new lease on life there. If he picks that off, this ball game's over.
I can hear it. I can hear it. I can hear it. My defensive backs coach at Tennessee, a lost opportunity is never regained. Used to drive him crazy when I dropped those potential interceptions, as that one was there.
Short throw taken in by Conklin. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Throwing is Ward. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
The Titans first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love how you described that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on 3rd. So every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the 26-yard line.
Well, they're in range for a tying field goal, but surely they want the win. Here's 2nd down. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. This to potentially get out of here with a tie. Sly able to put this one through. And we are tied once again here in the overtime session. Both teams swapping field goals on their respective first drives of overtime. So now, you know the drill. It's on to old school sudden death.
Yeah, it sounds exciting, doesn't it? Can I be a little bit of Dennis Downer here, though? That drive, able to go that far, yet they had to kick the field goal to keep playing. You would have thought maybe, could they punch it in and we can end it?
We get more free football.
Oh, yeah, good point. I'm back upbeat again. Forget the Downer stuff.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles. My palms are sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the